Hi there, Jeffrey Rhoades from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and Sheri and Richerson.com. What you're hearing in the background is our 3D printer creating a small little like flower pot. It's only a couple inches wide. I think it's maybe like a small little 4-inch size pot, maybe. It's currently 38% finished. And it's a couple inches tall so far. So it's not very big, but it's something. We wanted to start with something fairly small because I did get the 3D printer working last evening. Took me a little while. I had to figure out a hardware hack on it because we got a magnetic mat for it, and basically this magnetic mat, it has a sticky side to it that you put down on your metal heat bed, and the other side of it is magnetized. And you have an upper mat that you lay down on it, and they hold each other through magnetism. And the top mat is a little it's a better surface for the plastic material to attach to, so it sticks better to it. But I put the two mats on there, and it raised, the thickness by several millimeters. And I was running into the problem of when I would try to home on the Z-axis, the extruder was trying to get all the way down to the heat bed through the mat. Because it wasn't registering that there was, a height difference. And I was looking through lots of information online regarding, Z-axis adjustments and things like that. And, trying to figure out how I could adjust the Z-axis so that I could still do my bed leveling. And I figured out, because somebody mentioned the Z-stop switch, and I finally figured out where it was, so that when the mechanism comes down, there's a switch that it pushes down and triggers to let it know when it's at its very minimum height. But there's no way of actually moving that switch, moving upward so that it would, stop at a higher point so that it wouldn't go all the way down to the heat bed and through the mat. But I figured out that using some weather stripping, the sticky backed weather stripping that I had used on the storm door that I installed recently, I could take a little chunk of that, stick it up underneath, and give that extra spacing, because it does compress. So as the mechanism comes down, it hits that trigger lever, and it actually compresses the insulation, or the weather stripping, until it actually triggers the switch to turn off. And the distance actually works out pretty close to where the mat surface was. So it allowed me to actually, adjust the bed and level it and everything. And actually has a little bit of spacing between the extruder and the mat now. And so I was pretty happy when I figured that out. And so we tested it out last night, and we were running a test pattern, and we had a little issue with it again, not with the Z-axis. It was the filament is on a roll, and I finally figured out that one of the nuts holding it in place was tightened down too far. So it wasn't actually allowing the roll to rotate properly and allow the filament to flow off of the roll. And it was causing the whole mechanism to basically stop abruptly, or put too much tension on it and make it not move where it was supposed to go. So, found several little, tweaks, and seems to be all fixed now and working perfectly. And so we're really kind of excited that this thing is working right now. But we got up today. We actually got our new front doors installed today. The contractor showed up this morning early. It was 8 o'clock this morning. The contractor showed up. But they got the doors in. They look wonderful. I'm very happy with the doors. And I figured out how to switch the lever on the locking mechanism, or basically doorknob. I figured out how to flip it around so that we could go ahead and keep using this particular door handle. And it was pretty simple, but I had to look at it a little bit to figure out just how to do it. But I got that taken care of. We got the doors in. But we ran into a little snag with our screens. Now, we bought retractable screens because we've got basically a French door that opens both sides, opens inward from the middle. So we got retractable screens to sit at each end of the door and come together and connect in the center line. Well, the screens that they sent were too tall. They did not fit correctly into the spacing that they needed to. And they're adjustable width-wise. You can cut them down and fit them within a certain distance, but they're not adjustable height-wise. They needed to be ordered to the specific height that we needed, and they weren't. They said they custom ordered them, but they used the wrong measurement, obviously. So we still have no screens at the moment. Hopefully this won't take too long to resolve, considering how long it's already been since we bought the windows and doors and screens. But we'll see. At this point, at least we have the doors in, we've got the windows in, things are coming along. We just have to get our screens now. So I also went and got some wood. So we've got some wood to get through the next couple weeks. Hopefully the weather, right now it's pretty nice. Today was a very nice day. Really mild. I think it was like 40 degrees outside. The sun was shining, so it felt a little warmer even than that. At one point I was running around in my shirt without a coat on, and feeling just fine. So, but I get to go back to work tomorrow. And we're getting ready to have some dinner. I've got shake and bake pork chops in the oven, and I'm getting ready to make some macaroni and cheese. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for tonight. So please subscribe. Give us thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Stay safe out there.